Through school, I think someone came in to visit his school and talked about it then. But he plays for Writtle Colts, and a lot of the people there had recommended it in the past, so we thought we'd give it a go.
I think I was just looking around for something for them to do. They're 11 and 13 now, and the summer holiday are quite long, and we were me and a friend were looking for camps that we could join them up to, and I think my friend was just looking online and she just found it online.
We went to the Warsop shop in Chelmsford a few weeks ago to have his bed revised, repaired, and there was a notice there about the cricket camp. So my husband phoned up and asked about it, and we signed him up.
When you talk about coaches and what makes a good coach versus someone who's sort of trying their best, one of the hardest things is to communicate and to associate with the children, regardless of their experience or ability levels. And I think watching the sessions today and talking to Dips, Jack and the other coaches, how they approach that and how they make sure that the expectations of the drills are understood, and that you can see that every single child is developing and moving forward. I think it's a great thing, a really strong testament to how the sessions are set up.
I think it's really impressive. I mean, besides anything else, you've got this fabulous ground, which is fantastic, but just the quality of the tuition and the attention to detail, and it's just really caring as well. Everybody seems to be relaxed, they're enjoying themselves, but also they're being challenged, and that's important, particularly in the summer holidays, that they've got something different to do and to occupy themselves. So yeah, we're really pleased.
Great. We're on day 3 yet, and they've had a really good time. I have to say, I think they've learnt so much in a very short space of time.
Yeah, it's been good. Great resources, plenty of coaches, great equipment and facilities, so no problems at all.
And told you. The feedback has been really, really positive. He's loved the camp so far, and he said he's learned a lot as well. So yeah, really pleased.
He was quite nervous to start with because he didn't know anyone, but within I think the first few minutes he'd made friends. Everybody was very friendly, and he was away. He had a lovely day. Really enjoyed it.
For me, both as a parent and as a coach, the things that have stood out are the fact that, as well as the cricket skills and the cricket disciplines that they're working on, it's actually understanding the game as a whole that is really impressive. This week they've covered scoring, they've talked to the groundsman about his role, they've seen how a bat's made, and it's really sort of inspired a love for the game that many of us have played for many years. It's great to hear all the kids really excited about that.
Well, first of all, fantastic organisation. Even before we arrived yesterday, the communication beforehand was excellent, via telephone conversations and email. All the information was presented in a very clear and concise way, so we knew exactly what was going to be required when the boys were here, and how the week would progress, what was involved, the kit needed, homework, etc. And then when we arrived yesterday, very, very well organised. I think health and safety was obviously a big priority, and that came across very clearly. I like the way it starts off in the morning where all the groups gathered together and they have a debrief session to start with. I think that it's really good to get them all warmed up and enthusiastic, explain what the theme is going to be. And then again at the end of the day, when the parents are asked to collect them, the children gather together again and have another debrief session, and they recap on what they've learned throughout the day. And we also get to hear about that, because obviously we haven't been here throughout the day. So I think very, very great.
He's had a wonderful time. He doesn't normally play cricket. He's quite sporting, but cricket's not one of the games that he normally plays, and this week's given him a chance to introduce him to the sport, and he's absolutely loved it every day, so it's been brilliant.
Oscar's come home and he's talked about specific changes to his technique and different ideas that Jack and the other coaches have given him. This is ranging from having a greater coil and leap when he's bowling, to learning different shots as well in his batting. I think that's kind of been something that Oscar's been excited by. I guess it's part of a younger generation thing that rather than just talking about playing a sweep shot, they've talked about playing slog sweeps for 2020 cricket games, and they've really made it something that all the kids can associate with.
The positions of the fielders and what they're all called.
So that was captaincy yesterday.
Right, that was yesterday.
Yeah.
What else have they done? Oh, the different types of batting. Jasper was explaining all the different positions. Oh, and the bowling. He was very chuffed that he'd learnt spin bowling, I think it was.
So have you learnt some new stuff this week, Dad?
Absolutely, yeah. Making every session really exciting for all the kids, regardless of their age and ability. That's really kind of shone through. And I think, in a funny sort of way, remembering how there's so many different parts of the game, not just the playing side. I think that's kind of been a timely refresher for me. So it's been great every night speaking to Oscar about what he's done and what he's looking forward to the next day as well. Favourite part of the week? Cricket-wise, I certainly think having the T20 net session, yes, it was really good. Yeah, for him that took a normal net session but made it great fun, and they saw the value of what they were doing. I think everyone, Oscar included, loved the bat making. Wish I'd been here myself to see it. Would have loved to have seen how that happens.
Yeah. And has he complained about the homework?
He hasn't, touch wood. He's come home every night and straight away he's gone straight to the iPad and got Wikipedia up to find out all the answers to the questions. So we haven't had to push him to do it at all.
Actually, there was a bit sort of, oh, I've got homework, I don't believe it. It's a summer camp. It's only taken him like 15-20 minutes, and yeah, it's been fine. And I think it's sort of helped to sort of reinforce what he's learned during the day. So no problems there either.
Okay.
No, it's almost a case of having to stop him doing cricket just to eat his dinner. It's been one of the greater challenges this week.
Brilliant.
He's loved the homework, loves the way that we're talking about different countries on different days. I think it really shows the kids that it's a global game played in lots of different countries in lots of different conditions, and that's kind of been something that's broadened their horizons.
Because they're staying around mine, we all sit in my room and we all talk each other.
Yeah, we do that at the end of the day.
You do that at the end of the day, and how's that for you, Mum?
It's fantastic. They don't need my help at all. They've all been helping each other, and obviously it's consolidating what they've known throughout the
Yeah,
day.
it's brilliant.
So there's not been any arguments about doing the homework?
Absolutely none. The only argument was when I said that he'd done enough last night, when it was about 10 o'clock and he was still colouring in his cricket man. And at that point I said that was enough for now.
Which as a parent, when you're thinking about booking it up, you look at the prospectus on the website, you see what's available. And this week it's been exactly that and more in many ways. I can't honestly think of a negative. It's been really well communicated. From a health and safety point of view, everyone's been great. All the simple things, but the ones that are easy to forget, sun cream, lots of water bottles, all of that's taken care of. At pick-up time, everyone's got a big smile on their face, and if Oscar's anything to go by, everyone's sleeping well.
Yeah, I think it's really well organised, really well structured. What sets out what I do each day. Good subjects for him to learn as well. And we'd definitely like to know in future when it's on and sign up again.
And thoroughly enjoying it. No, I'd recommend it to anyone. Fantastic experience.
Thank you.